Hey guys, I'm going to be answering the question, should you ask for dates spontaneously or plan the dates out ahead of time? Now, this question really aligns actually with the timing because yesterday I was on a Lyft ride with a woman and she found out I was a dating coach, and she was expressing how she sees more men nowadays ask spontaneously for a date and not plan things out anymore. And she just wanted my insight on if that's just a common thing all guys do, and where did the chivalry go? Is it dead? And it got me really inspired to do this video today, and it just so happened that I saw this question in the Ask Ruby form. So I wanted to talk about that. So spontaneous dates can be great. However, it is actually better to plan the dates out. What do I mean by this? So just to clarify, this is asking for the date. So this isn't about planning it, like in the moment, in the day, doing things spontaneously. This is if you texted a girl saying, hey, what are you doing right now? Hey, tonight at 7, my place. Any of these other examples basically that you're seeing on the screen. It's anything where you're kind of just asking out of the blue for a last minute kind of meetup or date. This is what we're talking about when I say spontaneous. And no, it actually does not work as often as you may think. It only works if you've already been dating and there's obviously a connection built there. So you already know you two like each other. So just normally spontaneous things are great. But if you're trying to date a woman, if you're just texting back and forth and haven't even met her yet, especially if you haven't met her yet, and even if it's just the second date, I even say it's the third date actually too, I don't suggest to do that. Women have lives. We have plans. Now, unless you know that you two share a personality where you don't really do much, you're not very social, you don't have events, you don't have friends or family around you, so you're just chilling all day at home, then it's okay to probably ask her spontaneously because you share the same kind of lifestyle. But I will say that most women, even if we're introverted, shy, or reserved, we have a life. And more importantly, especially with introverted ladies, we need to know where our energy goes every day. And we only have an allotted amount of energy to expend so that we're not drained. And we're only not drained if we're spending it with people that we're already close to. And quite honestly, in this case, you're not close to her quite yet. So once again, I don't suggest to do this if you've not seen each other or met each other, or it's been first, second, or third dates. Now, however, I do suggest, of course, to plan a date accordingly, but don't wait too long. The other side of it is I've seen people plan a date 2 weeks out. Oh, that's already far off. And when you have something that's that far away, you have to hope that the texting momentum is on fire. So if you need to plan 2, 3, 4 weeks ahead because you travel, make sure you're on your texting game, because most of the time the women will just forget or they lose momentum and then you lose the date. So what is the perfect kind of window to plan a date? It's usually probably within the week, or mostly 3 to 4 days. 3 days is great. So if you text on a Wednesday asking what she's doing on the weekend and she says she's free Saturday, it's perfect. You only have 2 more days to plan things out and keep texting and then meet each other. That's a really good time. But you do want to plan it. Women want to be prepared for a date, get excited for it, and be part of the planning process. Now, when you ask someone spontaneously out of the blue, you're not having her be a part of the process. You're just saying, hey, you want to do this? Hey, you want to show up? Here's where I'm going to be. Do you want to come? I mean, that only works once again, and I always say this in some videos, really it only works if you're a Ryan Gosling and everyone already loves you and women are already throwing themselves at you. That's the only time it has worked. But if you're watching this, I'm assuming that that's not the case. So that's why you're watching. Planning is good. Women like a man who takes the lead, and that includes when you have ideas and plans and maybe ask for her thoughts, like, is there any sort of cuisine you do or don't like? But hey, you want to explore here? I think that'd be really cool. So you're obviously taking initiative to plan, but you're allowing her to share what she likes and she enjoys. So it becomes slightly more of a collaborative process, but allows her to be excited for it. So yes, plan the dates. Allow her to make time for you. And I will tell you this personally, when I started out with my boyfriend, there was actually a mix of both, but in the first 2 dates, I would say he would plan it out, asking when I was free, and he would tell me what we were gonna do. And then afterwards, when we already knew there's such a deep connection there, that's when he would spontaneously call me and say, hey, what are you doing? And in those moments, I would hesitate because I'd be working late or working on a project. And then I wonder, like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to interrupt what I'm already doing. However, in that case, I had very high chemistry with him, and I really enjoyed his company, and there was already so much rapport built. I trusted him, so it worked. I love spontaneity as well, and I think a lot of women do too. So it's okay to be spontaneous on the date, like during the date. Maybe you go explore an area and you hop to one bar to another. That's great. But only ask for the date spontaneously if you already really know the chemistry is extremely high and you both have said you really like each other. So you know that she's probably gonna say yes. And quite honestly, it's you showing you're taking the lead again, so it's not a problem. All right, I hope that makes sense for you guys. All in all, plan your dates. Ask her what she's doing this weekend. See what she's doing, and see if you can plan something. And then, if there's rapport built, add some more spontaneity. I'm not saying I can't even say the word. I'm not saying that spontaneity isn't bad. It's actually really great for relationships. Just do it when the rapport is built. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good one.